That's done. Okay. Hey, business partner.
Hi.
Okay, recording.
Are we good?
Look at that. Yeah, we're so good. I wanted my favorite light in here, so good.
You what?
Okay. I wanted my favorite light in here, so I'm happy.
Oh, sweet.
I also love not being in that podcast room. This is so much prettier.
It is pretty.
Okay. Let me take my breath.
Take a couple breaths.
Okay, we're doing this. Hi, loves. Welcome back to Bow, Beauty of Women, the podcast, where we keep it real to help you feel. And oh my fuck, have we been feeling it this week? Okay. I'm a few days late, but there was a lot to process. And but we're here now. We're here in the space, which, if you don't know what the space is, it's our space. Yeah, I got my girl here with me today. We're sitting in our lovely holistic wellness center, and probably my favorite spot because, yeah, the light just sends off beautiful sacred geometry, which I love.
It's a good spot.
And we have all our pretty plants behind us. So happy to be here and very fucking excited that we get to talk to my business partner today, kids. Her name is Ariella McKenzie. I call her Ari. If you're family, I guess you can call her Ari.
If you're family.
But only if you're family. So Ariella to the rest of y'all, or Ari. And I just cannot believe our little journey and how much we've been able to accomplish together and do together with knowing each other for such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is total testimony to what BOW stands for, which is fucking bowing to each other before we judge each other and truly connecting in ways that most people don't take the time to do. So really grateful for your vulnerability over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And technically, I feel like it's only been 1.5 years since we actually connected.
Like, actually. Yeah.
And now we own a whole business together.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know. My client was asking me, and I get that question a lot. How'd you guys meet? How'd you guys connect? Like, I just said I wanted to collaborate with people.
And you were given my name.
I was given her name. And now we own a business together. Like,
yeah. So, and that doesn't tell y'all how quickly and beautifully connections can come together if you just allow your heart to be open and allow yourself to go on adventures with people, because I feel like a lot of our connecting has been on adventures, whether it was a Bowery tree, climbing rocks in Joshua Tree, or in the hot tub at the house after all the ladies left, having good times there, listening to the neighbors have fun, and just like all the good memories we have. It's just been a lot of adventure, I feel like, which is a huge connection point that a lot of people, again, don't do for themselves. Even just to call a friend and be like, yo, you want to walk in the woods or go on a hike?
Yeah, just like intentionally connecting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to ask you today, what? We're going to do it right here in front of me. I'm going to ask her about how it's been being my business partner. But this is the real type of talk that, again, that people just don't do often enough. And especially when it comes to business and things like that, we just want to like keep it all to ourselves and just pretend like everything's grand and roses and daisies and rainbows, and that's not always the fucking case. I feel like we've had a couple conversations where we've hung up and like, yep, like,
that's it. We got to come back to this later.
Yeah, I did not agree.
Not resolved right now,
but I love her. But we'll talk later. So, what do you feel like the biggest challenge has been for you since taking over this business, which was really just 5 months ago at this point?
June, time.
What has been your biggest challenge?
I don't know if I have like the biggest challenge or like a biggest challenge. I think there have been like small challenges that I've noticed. Yeah, along the way. And it mostly feels like I'm really grateful to be doing this with you.
Well, that's good.
Start with that.
Great answer.
And but because I was having this conversation with somebody the other day too, like if I'm gonna be doing some sort of like connected partnership with someone in any way, I need to know that you can like we can have healthy conflict if we need to, and that you can look at your own shit and not get defensive, and if you do, you can come back and be like, yeah, like I needed to maybe like grow through that, and like because me, I can be like that too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like sometimes I just need to shut the fuck up and like listen.
Woo! I mean, both of us so hardcore. How do we both shut the fuck up and listen at the same time? I don't know. That calls for a moment of meditation.
It does. But no, yeah. So I feel like there have been challenges and like just a dynamic of us, I guess. Like with we're both stubborn.
We're both Tauruses.
Look at us,
kids. We
digging our heels in.
Yeah. Her birthday is the day before mine, and we are a decade apart. So if that tells you how close in personality we are to each other, goodness. Mm-hmm. Which is great for determination.
Oh man, yeah, we can work hard together and get a lot of shit done fast.
Absolutely. Which is wonderful.
Is happening.
Yeah, it is what's happening. But then there are all those times where, a new challenge comes up and one of us thinks a totally different way about it. And we do have to revisit some things because we are a little hard-headed.
Yeah.
And it's still a beautiful journey. I feel like I have learned so much about relationships just being in this partnership. Honestly, almost maybe even helping me for whatever romantic relationship is to come, because I've been able to practice that healthy conflict in real time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I've had a relationship like that other than like my best friend. But this is, totally different when you're getting to know someone as an adult. And all their little nuances and, try to read their energy and know if they're having a good day or a bad day, or if, I need to keep my high energy or like bring it back and be like, okay, I'm just here and present. You've taught me a lot just about partnership and relationships. So thank you.
Good. What have I taught you?
A fuck ton. I think because it's in real working time,
Yeah.
You're not some ex from the past that I'm like, oh, I learned all those lessons. You're like a real life, right the fuck here, right the fuck now partner that I'm literally learning real life lessons with, in real time. So I'm really appreciative for that. And just knowing how we've worked together already, like know that we can work through anything. And so seeing that happen is like, oh, I guess I could probably do that with any relationship if I really thought about it. If it meant that much to me, if it was for a common goal,
Yeah. And it has to be like on the other side too, it has to mean that much to the other person.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, like about, or like, it's like, if I know how much I can commit to like a partnership and like, I'm in this and I know, as like stubborn as I can be, I'm willing to like look at my own shit, and it's like, okay, maybe I need to grow in this area, or and so finding someone who's also in that space. And like I don't like conflict.
Same.
I don't.
Like if we could never disagree, that would be great.
And but that's just not how
gonna
it
happen.
It's just not how it is. Yeah. And so that's something that I'm better than I was at it. I don't completely avoid it. Because I've had that happen. I've had that cause issues in like friendships before where it's like
you shut down during conflict.
No, I just like didn't express myself. I didn't express and that's still something that I'm working on.
Because you didn't want conflict?
Because I didn't want conflict, yeah. Okay. And so I'm really specifically thinking about my college roommate or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd never lived in close quarters with someone that wasn't family like that.
Oh, yeah.
And
that's big.
We're very different people.
And you're like, clean up your shit, or oops, let me clean up my shit,
like that, and
just lifestyles in general.
First thing in the morning, I need some space, and she's like on my bedside, like, good morning, how are you? And I'm like,
not okay.
Give me a moment.
Let me get up and pee and maybe stretch first.
Right. So learning, you learn about yourself through relationships. But there's so much I didn't say to her that I had this epiphany, oh my God, there is this stuff that I haven't said to you. And it felt good to me because it was I was giving myself permission to feel the things that I was feeling conflicted about, does that make sense within our friendship?
Yeah.
But when I came to her about it, it was oh, you've been holding all this shit in, and why are you do you not like me?
And I'm like, no, I just didn't like this.
I just didn't give myself permission to fully express even to myself that I was feeling all of these frustrations, and to be okay with that, So for me, I was I feel okay being frustrated, and this is a good thing.
And so now, several years after that, I guess, do you see the growth that you've had and expressing yourself in real time when it does come to conflict, telling people how you feel right away so it doesn't become an issue that you hold in?
It is. I still am someone who needs space. I was something didn't feel right. I got to go sit with that and come back and then we can talk about it.
Okay.
But I definitely feel I've gotten better about intentionally being hey, can we? And even that, because I used to stress the fuck out of my roommate. Can we talk?
Oh no.
She would be
so serious. That's very serious.
But just expressing, I have gotten better at that. Is definitely still some room to grow.
Yeah.
But
I love just the community that we're part of, because I feel any of the people we have around us, we could freely say at any moment, ooh, I don't like that, or ooh, could you not approach me that way, or any of those things, and it would be taken to heart and they wouldn't get their feelings hurt, you know,
not taken personally,
yeah.
Oh no, you hate me.
exactly. So I just love that just in this time in our lives, we're literally surrounded by what feels like family, what feels like people we can continually grow with and be able to speak and express what we need, what we don't need, what we want, what we don't want, and it be met with reciprocation, which is beautiful. I love that. So given the times that we are in, for those of you who don't know, Ariella is an amazing wellness coach. And I mean whole, well-rounded, wholehearted wellness, which is the name of her business. That is. But that describes perfectly what you do. Not only are you able to go through breath work with people, but you are a yoga instructor and you're a certified assisted stretch therapist, helping people feel good in their bodies, and a mindfulness coach, and just a really wonderful space holder for people going through anything. And that might be the Taurus side in you that's super grounded and just able to make other people feel grounded, which I love about us. And probably is a huge reason why this space feels like home to a lot of people who walk in, because it's our energy going into this space every day.
It is. And Meg has a Taurus moon. So,
oh, perfect. Yeah,
definitely Taurus, comfy.
Original owner
energy.
Made sure. Heard. So that all being said, with the high stress that people are feeling right now, what are some things that you have either been doing for yourself or that you recommend that people can do right now to keep their nervous system at a relaxed state, or at least a state where they can continue to process and grow through what seems to be like a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, the two things that are coming to mind are like movement and community.
Movement, not the two things I thought you were going to say at all.
Yeah,
actually, so that's awesome.
What do you think I was going to say?
I don't know. I thought you were going to say breathing and like.
I mean, breathing for sure, but I think the big feelings that people are sometimes, the big feelings that I feel, I'm not going to just like blanket statement for everybody, but like when I'm feeling big feelings and it's like, sometimes I just need to move my body. Like it turns into like this anxiety that like feels built up and tense in my body. And for me, like movement, whether it's like, I'm just going to turn music on and like dance, or I'm going to go on a walk, or like, I really just need to sweat, Let
me work this shit out.
I like literally need to just like sweat it out, like moving and breathing, like that makes you breathe,
Right. Absolutely.
And so like for me personally, that's what's been a helpful tool.
I love that because I've been being really pushed to move recently as well. And for those of you who do already follow me and see me randomly shake my little booty on the screen, dancing helps so many things. And the more I'm doing it here recently, the more I'm able to find myself in flow. And it obviously has something to do with the movement of your body. Joyfully moving helps clear your brain almost immediately.
It does. It's a just different form of expression. Like, you can express. Yeah, and I think honestly that's what it is. Like express in any way that you need to express, whether it's like through movement or like writing and sharing it with somebody is probably also going to be really helpful. Or singing. I have been singing more in my own private space.
Good.
Well, that's a normal thing for me.
Yeah, I love that.
If we lived together, you would know that.
Okay, well, we don't yet, but it could happen sooner than later.
I had a roommate once ask me to turn my music down in the shower.
Not in the shower?
And asked me not to sing so loud. Like she asked me not to, and I was like, okay.
Absolutely not. We're never living together.
That was like, it was that. And then there was another like tiny thing that happened that made me think, I need to live in my own space. Or if I'm living with someone, it needs to feel like family. Like
I'm allowed to sing in the shower.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up. Like, actually, no. I love that.
Yeah.
My son blares his music so effing loud when he's in the shower that now he like lets me know before he's about to take a shower, because that's the warning. Like, I'm about to turn the fucking speaker on, so I'm about to take a shower. If you're concentrating or something, or you're about to get on a call.
My brother does that too, but at 11 o'clock at night, like that.
Oh no,
like, we have to be like, hey man, I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, no, bedtime's 9 o'clock over here, so we do not do late showers at my house. No, not a thing. Okay, so movement for sure. And then community is the other thing you said. Yeah. What is community to you? What do you mean by community?
Connecting with your people. Like when you're feeling and dealing with stuff, at least for me, I've had to unlearn doing that completely in isolation.
Don't stay in your own space and just let it simmer.
Yeah.
Get the thoughts out. Get the words out.
Yeah.
Know that you're not alone in your feelings.
It feels so good to know that.
How hard is it for you when you're in that space of isolation to take the action to text someone or reach out? Or is that an easy thing for you? Do you feel like?
It's definitely still a hard thing. Like I don't know if this is gonna sound bad. I don't know if I've like ever sent a text out to just be like, hey, I just really need to talk. I do process things like in my own space, but I have been intentional for me, intentional community has been like, these are the people that feel like chosen family, and I'm going to make sure that I'm intentionally connecting with them.
Yeah.
And reaching out and just spending time together. And that space to share what's going on naturally comes up.
Yeah.
So for me, that's how I do it.
I love that. But thank you for touching on the fact that you can't remember a time that you've reached out and said, hey, I'm reaching out just because I need to talk. And how fucking important is that right now? Like crazy. Yeah. Somebody, posted something the other day about, just, I don't even want to talk about the statistics because it's fucking heartbreaking, but the way people are feeling hopeless right now and not reaching out to others is really heartbreaking. So even for a wellness coach to say, hey, I've never even reached out to anyone to say I need to talk, but I do reach out in another way and make sure that the talking gets done. That's very vulnerable. Thank you. And then now that you say that, I'm like, damn, like, have I done that? Do I do that? Do I reach out to anyone and go, hey, I need to talk? Yeah. And I do. I have those people. Thank God. And granted, I'm a decade older than you, so it may just be an age thing, like where you finally, get to a point you're like, I ain't even scared to like call somebody right now and be like, okay, I need to fucking process this and talk it through with somebody. Because as much as we can preach about, all the answers are inside of you. Like you have all the knowledge. Like you can do it. Everything's, within you, which is all true. We are reflections of each other. And sometimes we actually need someone to be that reflection and not only remind us that it's okay, but remind us of who the hell we are to ensure to us like it's going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get into this work because I'm good at it. I got into this work because I knew I needed it and everybody else needed it.
that talk about like, wow, God, I don't remember what somebody said. What is the quote where it's like, he doesn't choose the qualified, he qualifies the chosen.
Oh, yeah.
And that's so freaking true. Like, thank you for qualifying me because I don't feel like I'm qualified, but I do feel like I'm chosen to do this work for a very specific purpose.
Yeah.
And I think that purpose is, bitch, I need it too.
we all need it. Like literally. No, yeah. I mean, I come from like the fitness space, but getting more into the overall holistic wellness and like healing work really is what it is.
It is.
Came from like, it came from seeing what it looks like. I mean, for me, it's with my parents, and it's like, okay, this is some stuff that they haven't healed through from when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I choose to actively heal through my stuff. And so that was the decision for me. It's like I choose to heal and be well and like look at my stuff face on and not be scared of it, or even if I am scared.
Right. No, and thank you for sharing that, because as soon as you said that, it just made me think of a conversation I have often with women I work with, and that's that in my family, a lot of shit was just swept under the rug.
Yeah.
And how much resentment that built, especially just mainly between me and my mom, because my dad is a lecturing master. He'll talk about shit all day.
Until you power down, like, okay, I'm done.
I heard your lessons. I heard your childhood stories. I remember that one. Okay. Yeah, no, great lecture. But my mom, no, literally no conversations, goes to the room, shuts the door, never talks about it again. Yeah. And so then you're just left to go and wonder, am I allowed to feel this way? Was I, in the wrong, whatever the fuck right and wrong is, was I, and then you never get to process it or have that conversation with them. And that's detrimental to a relationship and to an individual when things can't be worked through in real time. So I love that we are choosing to, like you said, choosing to be well.
Yeah, you have
that
to,
might sound so general,
but it. Yeah. And like what you were saying with too, like it was me choosing to actively heal, but also because I knew if I didn't, it would affect the people around me.
Damn. Well,
and so
show's over, kids. That's all we need to know for the day.
Like, I'm showing up well for me,
Gem
but this
dropped.
isn't just about me.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. Thank you so much for saying that. Our choosing to be well is affecting the people around us, period.
Yeah.
And isn't that the whole fucking purpose of the space we're sitting in?
Emanate.
Yeah. Come in, learn ways to be well, and then take that shit with you out into the world, so that that vibration of peace and love and light and community and resilience and joy can be spread to, the people outside of this space. So you're totally fucking right in that, and I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, she got me on that one. I'm shooketh and am done talking while I process.
Let's just sit with that one.
For real, though. Real talk, y'all. Just really glad to have gotten this episode done. Even with it being a few days late, I'm sure it will come to the people in divine timing. I know that for me, this conversation happened in divine timing, right when I had the energy to do it, and all of these magical things came up that, are going to make me ponder for a hot second. Cool. Thank you for the gems you've dropped today. Cool. I hope that all of you listening have gotten something out of it. I hope that you connect with lovely Ari here. I hope that you come and see our space, and I hope that whatever you've taken from this, it helps your partnerships and relationships thrive. I hope it encourages you to choose to be well, and I hope that you have a community that you can reach out to. And I encourage you to send that first text to someone that says, I just need to talk, and allow yourself to be vulnerable in that way. And outside of that, move your motherfucking body. Shake that ass. Move that energy through. And know that you are just so divinely supported and really motherfucking loved by myself and this beautiful soul next to me. And we appreciate you all. We'll see you next episode. And until then, I love you.